Shohei Ohtani delivered one of his most explosive offensive performances of the season, helping the Dodgers defeat the Rockies 11-5 at Coors Field. Ohtani's first major highlight came in the fifth inning, with the Dodgers holding a 5-1 lead. He stepped to the plate as the leadoff hitter of the inning and faced Tomoyuki Sugano. Ohtani immediately punished a mistake pitch, unleashing a powerful swing and sending the ball over the center field fence. The solo homer extended the Dodgers' lead and added more pressure on the Rockies' pitching staff. Just one inning later, Ohtani once again displayed his elite power at the plate. With a runner on base, he launched a powerful two-run home run, sending the Dodgers' dugout into celebration. It was Ohtani's second multi-home run game of the season and reportedly the 25th time in his MLB career that he had hit at least 2 home runs in the same game. Those numbers clearly reflect Ohtani's power at the plate and the impact he has on the Dodgers' offense. When his timing and bat speed are both at their best, he can completely change a game in just a few plate appearances. Ohtani was not the only Dodgers hitter to make a major impact, as Muncy also had a very impressive game. In the third inning, with the Dodgers leading 2-0, Muncy launched a 3-run home run over center field. The ball reportedly traveled 461 feet, making it the longest Dodgers home run of the season to that point. Muncy's homer gave the Dodgers a large early cushion and significantly reduced the pressure on the pitching staff. Once the Dodgers had produced the 3-run homer and Ohtani followed with 2 more home runs, they were in almost complete control of the game. After the game ended, Ohtani and several teammates reportedly approached the opposing team with the intention of shaking hands and encouraging the Rockies players. In sports, that would normally be nothing more than a gesture of respect after a tense game. However, according to the described sequence, the Rockies reportedly interpreted Ohtani's actions very differently. After everything that had happened during the game, particularly Ohtani's dominant performance and his home runs, several opposing players reportedly believed his approach carried a mocking tone. Instead of a simple handshake, Jake McCarthy, Jordan Beck, and Cole Carrig reportedly moved toward Ohtani in a tense manner. The distance between the two sides quickly narrowed, words were exchanged, and within seconds the situation reportedly moved beyond a verbal argument. The group of Rockies players was then said to have surrounded Ohtani and directly attacked him. Ohtani immediately found himself at a disadvantage, facing several players at once. Heavy shoving reportedly caused him to lose his balance as the area around the two teams descended into chaos. The sight of one of the Dodgers' biggest stars being surrounded immediately after the game prompted an almost instant response from his teammates. Within seconds, several Dodgers players rushed toward Ohtani in an effort to pull him away from the center of the confrontation. Some teammates reportedly positioned themselves directly in front of Ohtani, forming a protective barrier between him and the Rockies players. Others reportedly pushed the opposing players backward to stop further attacks. However, those actions also caused the tension to escalate another level. As soon as the confrontation began, the umpires quickly rushed in to separate the two teams, while stadium security personnel also immediately intervened to restore order. Meanwhile, manager Dave Roberts reportedly made no attempt to hide his anger after seeing Ohtani become the target of an incident that occurred after the game had already ended. According to Roberts, the issue reportedly went beyond ordinary tension between two teams or an emotional reaction to a loss. If a group of players could deliberately surround and attack an opponent simply because they disliked the way he celebrated or approached them after the game, then the boundaries of players' safety have been seriously violated. Roberts therefore reportedly repeatedly demanded that the umpires and security staff immediately protect Ohtani and remove the players who had initiated the confrontation. Once order was restored, the matter reportedly shifted from an on-field incident to a disciplinary issue. MLB quickly opened an urgent investigation to determine the exact sequence of events. The league reportedly did not rely on only one television angle, instead gathering footage from multiple locations around the stadium, particularly cameras that could help determine who approached first and who initiated the physical contact. Umpire reports also became an extremely important part of the investigation. The umpires were reportedly among those closest to the incident and could provide information about warnings that had been issued, individual player reactions, and a level of resistance shown during attempts to intervene. MLB also reportedly collected statements from players on both teams, coaching staffs, and security personnel to reconstruct the entire incident step by step. One of the key questions for MLB was determining who had entered the situation simply to protect a teammate and who had actually engaged in violent behavior. In a large-scale confrontation involving dozens of people, individual responsibility can easily become blurred. A player running onto the field does not necessarily mean he participated in violence, while someone who throws a punch or continues attacking after being restrained would be judged very differently. According to the described outcome, the investigation ultimately determined that several Rockies players directly participated in attacking Ohtani. MLB reportedly imposed extremely severe discipline, permanently banning the individuals determined to have played direct roles in the incident. On the pitching side, Blake Snell was also one of the most important contributors to the Dodgers' victory. It was only his second appearance after missing roughly 3 months with an elbow-related issue. However, Snell quickly showed that he could still provide significant stability to the starting rotation. In this outing, Snell controlled the game well from the early innings. He completed 6 innings, allowing only 2 hits and 1 run while recording 5 strikeouts. By keeping runners off base, Snell maintained control and significantly limited the pressure from Colorado's offense. More importantly, he sustained his pitching quality across all 6 innings rather than simply producing a few strong stretches. Snell consistently kept the Rockies under control, prevented them from generating explosive innings, and gave the Dodgers offense more time to extend the lead. For a starter returning after a long absence, completing 6 innings while allowing very few runs was an especially encouraging sign. The performance also reportedly gave Snell his first win of the season after taking a loss in his previous appearance. Snell's return became even more valuable with the Dodgers entering an important part of the season. The rotation had dealt with several health-related issues, so having another pitcher capable of working into the 6th inning gave the coaching staff more options. That not only increased the depth of the rotation, but also significantly reduced the workload placed on the bullpen. When a starter can provide 6 innings while limiting runs, the Dodgers do not need to use as many relievers to finish the game. That becomes especially important as the schedule grows more demanding and the postseason gets closer, because keeping the bullpen fresh can make a major difference in important games. Offensively, the 11-5 victory suggested that the Dodgers had begun to rediscover their rhythm after a stretch of inconsistent performance. Over the previous 16 games, the team had reportedly won only 5 while losing 11. More concerningly, the offense had averaged only around 3 to 4 runs per game, highlighting the lineup's difficulty in maintaining consistent production. The problem was not only a lack of home runs, but also the inability of hitters to connect their plate appearances together. The Dodgers repeatedly put runners on base, but failed to extend rallies or produce the decisive hit. When the offense does not score enough, pressure immediately shifts to the pitching staff because just a few mistakes on the mound can put the team in trouble. Against the Rockies, that pattern changed almost completely. The Dodgers reportedly collected 15 hits and scored 11 runs, applying constant pressure on the opposing pitching staff from several different parts of the lineup. The hits came in clusters rather than in isolation, allowing the Dodgers to maintain pressure and gradually widen the gap. It was also reportedly the first time the Dodgers had reached double digits in runs since scoring 12 against the San Diego Padres early in the previous month. For that reason, the 11-5 victory carried significance beyond the final score and provided an encouraging sign for the offense after a long stretch without many explosive performances. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with the biggest MLB fan you